Welcome to Gainesville, Florida, the swamp, where they say only Gators get out alive. And that seems to be even more true if it's under the lights. And that's where Florida is for this opener at Ben Hill Griffin Stadium as Florida will christen a new season tonight. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. The Gators have been waiting, and finally the moment is coming and the opening of the season. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Hurricane offense makes its way under. This game. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys, and it's crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors and you've got to limit the penalties because those will kill you, Pollard.
And you got to come out under control. It means so much. We know that. The fans are all talking about it, but it's just football.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment.
And he can't escape, and down he goes.
And that's what you're trying to do, not just in this game, but for the season. You're just trying to set the tone defensively, and they do that getting the sack. They feel good about their front seven and all the athletes they have. It'll be fun to watch this unit for the rest of this game and see how they do in one-on-one situations.
Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Line gets set, first down. From the gun, the running back looking for room. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And these linebackers are flying around, and they like to bring the boom. What a great job playing physical, setting the tone, and letting them know, don't come over the middle of my field.
He's looking for an open man on second down. It's caught. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. And the Gators headed quickly to the line. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground. These two conferences largely share the same geographic footprint, and the ACC loves it when they can take down a team from the SEC.
And we see these two conferences play each other oftentimes early in the season, late in the season. David, think about Clemson, South Carolina, Florida, Florida State. These players have a lot of familiarity with one another.
And this already matters so much to these kids because they grew up in the same area a lot of times, like Reese was talking about with the footprint. but how about in the past, too?
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those...
Running toward the tape. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
Yeah, defensively, you better be ready to run east and west when you're playing against this offense and their running game. That time, the offense was able to outflank the defense to the right side for a big play.
He wants to throw. Finds his man. It's Graves. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. I know you want to prepare for every game the same way, but there's just something different about rivalry games, Jesse.
It's because, Reese, I think players are aware that games like this define your legacy as a player. Your record in rivalry games is something that people are going to talk about for years and years down the road. You have got to show up and play your best football in games like this.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. And the Canes are flying down the field. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He's got it. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. And the Canes getting set on 1st and 10. Got his man on the right.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
The Canes have pushed it inside the 20. From the gun, running back on the move. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he stopped at the 18. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Pulled down after a gain of 5. It's at the 9-yard line.
This defense has got to get better at tackling in the open field or game tackling, because if you need 3 or 4 guys to bring a guy down, have fun with that.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Miami! And the PAT makes it 7-0. So a drive there of 85 yards. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team out there getting set. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. He's got his man. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. They have had to wear that beat down since the last time these two met, Jesse.
And they've been talking about it for a long time. They were absolutely embarrassed. The players, the coaches, the fans. You know, David, coming into this game this time, they want to put out a much better performance.
Oh, there's nothing worse. The coaches are riding you all week leading up into this game, reminding you, showing the clips in the locker room. You know you failed. You want to come out and get a great start in this football game early.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. So you get stuffed on first down. You had an idea of what you wanted to do on second, but I'm guessing it's back to the drawing board now.
Yeah, you got to figure out who you are and what you are. What's your next best play? Or what is the defense going to do? If they've been aggressive, okay, well, if they've been aggressive, I'm going to throw that deep ball. If they've been sitting back, I might sneak a draw in.
How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too? We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. He lets it fly. He's got it on the right. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida!
And this offense gets on the board, and the first passing touchdown of the season, and I feel pretty confident saying the first of many. This offense looks like they're in a good rhythm, and this passing attack's going to be hard to stop.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's got it, Allen. A dynamic return, explosive, and got loose on this kick coverage team, and they were barely able to keep him from taking it all the way. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
The offense thought they had a good look to run that play into with the QB, but there's just an example of a defender winning his one-on-one battle and making a tremendous play. Great effort by that guy.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. A deep tradition of backers who make plays and get after quarterbacks. Ray Lewis could do it all back in the day, just like this guy is.
Yeah, and they look the same, don't they? They look the part, just big, fit.
And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback straight.
And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack. The Gators will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field.
Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Fires and picked off. He goes out of bounds, but what a play to create a sudden change opportunity. Offense set on 1st down. They'll give it to the back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Catch and stride inside the 15. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
It's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The Gators will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding to just kind of jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. And the pass is intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play.
And that pass intercepted. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And if your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks. That's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response, just a sack party.
And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when you start getting those long yardage situations.
It's nice for this D coordinator when he puts his nickel package out on the field, because that nickel player he's got who subs in is good in coverage. He's also aggressive. He does a nice job blitzing, and he can play the run. They can spy the quarterback. There's a lot of different tools this guy's got to defend against a mobile quarterback, and I think we saw a little bit right there in that nickel package now setting up 4th and long.
1st down here for the offense. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. Determined run, but he stopped after 2 yards down at the 13.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Here's a quick throw out to the left. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. It's complete to the left. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where you can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. He gets it away from his own end zone. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
On second down, he's looking downfield. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They're getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that last play.
Those defenders were seeing red, and the quarterback felt it and got down quickly. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. And the Gators will try to pick it up on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Flushed out of the pocket. Trying to escape and get it himself. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down? Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it.
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. Just about the time the quarterback got the snap, that dude was in his mustache.
Quick, fast, and in a hurry in the backfield. Got him to the ground before he could even think about getting the laces and trying to get the ball out of his hands.
A first down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Unloads to the wideout. And that's a mistake you don't expect to see from a senior, and he is lucky to get it back.
Things just not going as easy for this guy as they did his last game out. Last time he completed over 70% of his throws. This week, though, defense taking some throws away. They've made some plays. He just hasn't been quite spot on with his accuracy. He's going to have to play better.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. And the Hurricanes will line up to punt it away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. And they are looking for a ball play that'll work. Now facing 2nd and long from the 19. He's looking to throw. He's going to take off. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Man, that used to just drive me nuts. I couldn't stand that. The quarterback drops back the pass, scrambles around. You got me chasing you all over the field, getting close to the sideline. Stay in bounds. Please stay in bounds. Let me get a little bit of a reward for all my...
Oh, look out. There he goes. What a play there, and he's got it all the way down to the 7-yard line. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. And as we get deep in this first half, a first and goal and a chance to take the lead before the break. Looking to throw. Fires into the end zone. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
He wants to throw here on second down. And that one is picked off in the end zone. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business. Quarterback empties his backfield. Quarterback checking the play. He wants to start this drive with a pass. He lobs one high down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He's going to pass on second down. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Blasted as he lets it go. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. The Hurricanes send out the punt unit. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? They'll start this drive with a pass. Fires it incomplete.
Well, that was the guy the quarterback wanted to go to right from the jump, but a better job by the defense in coverage forcing the incomplete.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. He's going to pass. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9. Let's see if they go back to the air on second down. He's looking to throw. Gets it out quickly. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Wants to throw on third. Looking for the end zone. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. And the Canes will line up to kick off and start the second half. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Those two first-half turnovers really damaging, and the primary reason they find themselves trailing to start the third quarter.
And this is an offense that prides themselves on taking care of the football and then having explosive plays. You know they're playing angry right now. They're mad. They know they're the reason why they're down in this game, so I expect them to come out here, lighten it up here for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and this defense playing fast, playing physical, forcing things into action, forcing those turnovers. They played really well in this first half. You're down, obviously, at the half. You had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. And the quarterback is snowed under.
Wow, the Miami linebacker shows you his speed on that play. And linebacker in speed, synonymous when you're thinking about Miami Hurricane defense. Think about Ray Lewis, Jonathan Vilma, Dan Morgan, DJ Williams. Guys that can go sideline to sideline and guys that can rush the passer. Not easy to block.
Throws to the wideout. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He's going to run it. At the 40, there he goes. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. The Gators come to the line in the hurry-up.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Wide out in motion. On 2nd down, he'll fire. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48. The offense set for a first down play. They'll run the option. The pitch. Still running at the 40. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one, Reese, that this team was going to try to use their speed and take advantage of it, and they did right there. Nice gain on the run play to the right.
Found plenty of running room in that defense. They've got to find a way to get there and make the tackle in the open field.
Yeah, and they got to do a good job with their eyes, finding the football, and they've got to get a lot of bodies to this guy because he is fast.
And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down. This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. They'll give it to him again. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
The noise level is relentless here on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Hurricane. Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. They're lining up to boot it away.
That makes the score Miami 17, Florida 7.
And he's going to bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now, and you score so quickly, it's not that big of a deal to get down 10.
Got a lot of room to the right. The 30. He's at the 10. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Gator! Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
He'll call for the fair catch here. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Leaves it with the back. And the Canes have enough for the first down.
Pound it, pound it, pound it. I might not have that pretty run-pass ratio of 50-50, but if I can run the football like this consistently, if you're not going to do anything about it, you want to be a great offensive coordinator, keep calling the run.
Makes the grab down the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And that's a great example of this quarterback having intense confidence in his own arm talent. That was not an easy window to throw into, but he had the ability, and he knew it.
He had nowhere to go, no place to hide, and they'll knock him down for a loss of 9. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Dialing up a second down pass play. Takes a hit as he fires. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be third down. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. Brings it down on the right side. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
And as a quarterback, that's what you want to do on these deep go-route type throws. You want to put a lot of air under it so your guy can turn around, locate it, and then make the catch.
Yeah, and that's so hard to stop. I mean, I'm running full speed down the field with a guy that's this fast, and I don't know where the ball is and when it's coming out, and trying to make a play on it is extremely difficult. And it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
The pull and throw off the RPO. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark. Third down, and this crowd is tearing the lid off this place. Quarterback keeps it. The Canes get it past the sticks. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Inside the 15, first and 10 from the 14. He's looking to throw it. Using the quick game. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the defense.
He wants to pass it on second down. Makes his connection. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. On second down, wants to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
You can't rest on your laurels as a quarterback. We know how much success he had last game when he completed over 70% of his throws. This game, though, he's just a little bit off. At times he looks like he's pressing. He hasn't been overly accurate, and that's the reason why he's completing somewhere around 50% of his passes.
Dances away. The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. No good. It's still a three-point game after the miss. The offense lining up for a first down play. Back to the ground game on the left. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's second and 11. Quick release on the RPO. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. He'll set up to throw. They've got the screen set up. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm. What better way than converting on third down? Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
And they got him for the sack.
This is just so demoralizing. You want to talk about taking a game over. That's what this defense is doing right now. They are just winning in the trenches. They're easily the more athletic and more physical unit up front, dominating this O-line.
And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. The Gators line up to punt it away. Makes a move. Looking for running room. He'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Looking for a productive play on first down. Movement here from the tight end. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Got his man quickly. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
That last completion sets him up on second down. From the gun to give, looking for room. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
And the Hurricanes will have it 1st and 10. He'll pull it on the read. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
There's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
He finds his man, and he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
And after that completion, it's decision time now for the head coach. Do you kick a field goal, add to your lead, and make it more difficult on the opposing offense, or do you trust your quarterback to make one more big completion here?
And he's sacked. A big play on 4th down to stop this drive.
Well, that play never had a chance on 4th down. They're trying to catch the defense off guard, throwing for it, but no protection. Quarterback didn't have an opportunity to step up and get rid of that football. Give the defense credit, man. Tremendous aggression there on 4th.
Coming after it. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. That defensive end came off the ball with one goal in mind, and he was headed for the quarterback.
And when you get off that fast and you're already on an edge as a 4-3 defensive end, a lot of times all you got to do is win with your hands, and you can get to the quarterback. Nice job rushing the passer. Nice technique. Nice job working around the corner. And nice job getting that quarterback and getting the sack.
See, they need more runs like that. It's just been so few and far between. Defensively, they've been in position. They've been winning their one-on-one battles, getting off of blocks and rallying to the ball carrier. This defense has done a nice job slowing down the run game thus far.
And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. And the Gators want to move quickly. He'll come out throwing on first down. He's got an open man. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. They'll throw it from the red zone. Quick completion on the out. And that's where they'll mark him, but a chunk play, and they pick up a first down.
And now he's in the 400 club, 400. That's a pretty good day at the office when you're putting up over 400 yards. This defense hadn't had a lot of answers.
On the move. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start.
False start. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And now on 2nd down for this offense. He's looking to throw. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Quarterbacks don't have high completion percentages from their backs. It's been really hard for this QB to get in any kind of rhythm. We've got to change something up here. We've got to do something different because right now it's just a sack point.
They'll run it from the gun. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. We've reached a 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. So this is going to be rife with drama and overflowing with pressure on this field goal try. Splits the uprights. Good. Field goal is good. Game is tied. And how about a little drama, guys? And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for... But none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Personal foul. Roughing the pass. Defense.
I bet it felt good to hit that quarterback late until you got an earful from the coach and cost your defense 15. 3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. He'll do it himself. Nowhere to run on that when he loses 4 on the carry.
Really, really nice football play. Man, I got to understand option football. I got to play my responsibility, make sure that I know what I'm doing. Look at the linebacker. Great job doing that. Staying patient, getting to the quarterback, making the big tackle.
3rd and long, defense knows the pass is coming, so they're going to have guys with their eyes on the QB, but they're going to try to get to him with pressure, pinning their ears back. If you're on offense, you might be thinking blitz here. You better get rid of this one quick.
Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Oh, they really could have used that catch. Their physical pass defense, it brings up a 4th down. The Hurricanes will punt this one away. Wants to bring it back. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The Gators sending the offense back to work. The offense really couldn't ask for much more than this, Jesse.
You're right. With this much time on the clock, David, the playbook's wide open. You don't have to just be throwing it every down. You can sprinkle in some runs, too.
And you find out what your quarterback's about. Big time, prime time moment. You got the ball, tie game. You want to go win, make some plays for the big dog.
One of the reasons this defense is so hard to move the football on, they've got a safety back there who's just reading the QB's eyes, and he's so athletic and so fast. He's able to break passes up, and right now, it's like he's just toying with the quarterback. He's inviting him to try and take some shots, knowing that he's going to get there to disrupt the ball.
They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection. The Gators will bring the punt team onto the field. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. So here it is, plenty of time to go and an opportunity to move the ball down the field and win it, David.
And you rep this every single week. The 2-minute drill, you got to be precise. You know exactly what your favorite plays are, Palmer. Go down the field, get me in field goal.
And it comes down to the awareness, right? Especially at the quarterback position. You're understanding the timeout situation, working the boundary and the sideline. What's the clock showing me? It all comes down to this.
And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Trying to make magic with his feet. Really nice job by this sophomore quarterback to pick up the first down with the run. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Wants to throw on first down. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Offense uses a timeout. 17 seconds left on the clock. Negative play on first down. That's what a defense always wants. On second down, they'll take to the air. Forced out of the pocket. Still on his feet at the 45. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And the Canes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Give to the single back. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. And the line of scrimmage is the 30. That'll leave them a 47-yard attempt and a chance to win the game. Right down the boulevard, it's good. Celebration is wild on the sidelines as they've taken the lead in the final seconds.
You can't say enough about this kid's poise. You're playing on the road. The crowd's going crazy, willing you to miss this kick, but he stayed dialed in. Puts it through the upright, David, to give his team the lead here late.
It's crazy because it's nerve-wracking. You put your body on the line for so long, and then it comes down to a kick. And he has to be clutch in a hostile environment, and he comes through for his squad.
Offense getting set for first down. Looking to move it through the air. Ball's incomplete. They fought to the final whistle, but that's going to do it. The old coaching cliche, go win or no every week. And for the first week, they get it.